Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new Student Vlogs video. Today I'm joined by Georgie, and basically you've just finished a year at Bournemouth University.
Yep, first year.
First year done. He's no longer a fresher. But basically today I thought I could, essentially, me and Georgie could give you 13 reasons why being a fresher is great. Remember, if you are new around here, do subscribe down below, leave a like on this video if you want to see us back here again. We figured first up we start with...
The bad thing about freshies is that you end up having like a lot of the same conversation over and over again.
Hey, yo man.
Hey, nice to meet you, man.
You too. What's your name?
Alonso, what about you?
Big D.
Big D? Oh, nice to meet you, bro.
What are you studying?
I'm doing business economics, how about you?
Economics.
Nice, where are you from?
From, up north.
How'd A-levels go?
Oh, yeah. What do you take at A-levels?
History, business and economics.
Oh, nice man, nice.
Anyway, let me grab you a drink.
Oh, thank you man, thank you. Oh, thank you, yeah. Whereabouts are you staying?
I'm just in accommodation, you see, like 10 minutes away. I don't even know where it is, I'm still like learning the area. It's like 10 minutes that way. Hey, cool, nice to meet you, man. What was your name again?
Big D. To be honest, I'd probably say that's the only bad thing about being a fresher.
Yeah, for sure.
And at this point, guys, I just want to say a huge thank you to today's sponsors, PDF Element. Now, if you don't know, PDF Element allow you to convert between, let's say, a Word document and transfer that and convert that into a PDF file. You can see on screen right now, I'm opening up PDF Element. I'm choosing to open a economic history and data analysis kind of PDF, which I got given by my lecturer. I'm deleting the irrelevant bits. I've decided to highlight the useful bits. And I can also add text, which is very useful, especially for university students, because all of the time you're getting resources from your lecturers that are in PDF form, which is very frustrating at the time. But actually, when you have something like this, which is very simple to use, it's a bit of a blessing. It allows you to open up a picture, for instance, and then convert that into a PDF, add a title. As you can see, what I'm doing right now is I'm doing exactly that with the thumbnail for my next video. Click the link in the description down below to download the free version of PDF Element. And then there is also a back to school sale right now for you guys, from them, for you guys, if you wanted to get the full version. And don't worry, I'm gonna buy Georgie a drink with this.
So reason one why freshers is in fact amazing. First 2 weeks of freshers, usually you go to a ridiculous amount of events, and all the events, like all types of music, and they're all like really good and cheap usually. Yeah,
like for real. I remember my freshers week. What was yours like? I remember, so York has colleges, and like each night there'll be a set club in the town that 2 colleges would go to. So you kind of like meet the other colleges, have like a face-off type of thing, get to know all the clubs, the local clubs, and it was just sick.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, and you get different like acts come down. We had like Young and come down.
Oh yeah, but what happened? Apparently Young came. You tell me the story.
So you probably searched this up on the news, but basically Young came and someone tried to like gas us all in the club. Someone like released a tear gas sort of like bomb thing. I personally was like at the centre, so I didn't even realise we was being gassed, and everyone's like not wanting to live. Yeah, it was a smoke machine pretty much. And then like everyone started hearing that Young wasn't going to come on, so everyone's like booing, like we want our money back. And then like firemen came in, they basically told us like get out, and then.
But I do say like, Freshers Week is normally safe, right?
Yeah, usually safe, very safe, very safe. That was a one-off sort of thing. That must have been crazy.
Now, number 2, like when you first become a fresher, a uni student, like the clubs, to get drinks in the club is so cheap, and like you get so many discounts that like you just open up to this world of saving money.
Especially pretty for us, because where we've come from, sort of like London.
We're used to paying like £6 for a Jaeger bomb in like in Club 88.
Yeah, Club Rest in peace, Club 88.
Yeah, R.I.P. This next reason is a pretty interesting one. So
the freedom from being away from your family, because obviously for majority of people it's first time living away from your family. There are a lot of perks, like it's just like the normal things your mum would hate you doing, say like
putting your shoes on your bed.
Yeah, putting your shoes in bed, do that.
Do that. No worries, no one cares. Like, you know, I'll just leave the washing up for like another hour. Like, you might annoy your flatmates, but to be honest, like, I mean, so like living in accommodation halls in first year, like you're just never lonely because you're always around people. There's always people going out and stuff like that. One interesting point you made, Georgie, is like by the end of like the year, by halfway through the year, you start seeing like flatmates kind of turn on each other a bit.
Yeah, just that little bit like it's sort of like the blame game, like you didn't do this, you didn't clean up this, because eventually like you realise how messy everything is and you're like, I don't want to live like in this messy sort of environment.
Yeah.
But then like blame sort of like gets pushed and passed around each other. Yeah.
I am like, just go back and watch my first year vlogs. Our table in the kitchen was literally messy for the whole, literally at least 8 months. There's like full of used knives, plates, made for good content. But one time, right, I was just chilling, I was walking around, you know, I always made sure if I used someone else's stuff, I'd wash it up. And I'm in my flat, you know, I walk into the kitchen about to cook some food. Listen, I'm not going to name names, right, but somebody accuses me of using their cheese grater, and I tell him, you know, mate, that wasn't me, mate. I didn't use your cheese grater. He's like, you used it. I was like, I didn't use it. And he wanted me to basically wash it out because it had been used by someone, and it wasn't me. So we basically just had this like mad beef over a cheese grater.
That's how you know when you're living with someone, when you're arguing over a cheese grater.
Yeah, like, and like a beefy zone.
It was the exact same with me. Like, I went into my kitchen one day and I think it was one of the girls in my flat was basically told me like, I'm starting to get really annoyed at how like messy you and the boys are. A lot of the time I may have been like a bit sensitive of the whole matter, but I felt like she kept on atting me. So I indirecting me like all the time. Like, I didn't go nuts, but I basically pointed out to her, I was like, look around the kitchen. I was like, there's a pan there, not mine. There's a pot there, not mine. There's whatever this is, not mine. And I was like, all my stuff, mine. Yeah. All my stuff is nice, tidy, put away in the things, just like leave me alone pretty much.
Yeah.
Which,
did it go down? Did she leave you alone?
Yeah, we was alright.
Enemies now, probably, maybe. Yeah. Blocked on Instagram, blocked on Twitter, blocked on Facebook.
Yeah.
Still friends.
Unfollowed. Like, what are you gonna do? But it's sort of at the same time good that people do care, because if no one cares, then you are living in serious, like, horrible.
This one applies more to Freshers Week, I'd say.
Yeah, as soon as you get there.
Yeah, so like when you first arrive, right, everybody kind of comes from different places.
There's no cliques, because no one has friends. Like, you have maybe like 1-2 friends that maybe you know from back home, but no one has sort of like a group yet.
It's basically freedom to go up to anybody, approach them and join in. As a guy, you know, guys and girls, like sometimes it's hard to, if you're at a club, approach people in circles. But in Freshers Week, there are no circles. You can basically approach anyone. It's just perfectly normal. Your confidence should be sky high in Freshers Week.
That's why people get so drunk during Freshers Week, because everyone's nervous as each other. So they're thinking, everyone's drinking their nervousness away, and that's when everyone starts socialising really like.
But it's true. That's why Freshers Week is so amazing. There's no circles, cliques, or groups, and then there's loads of drink, which like helps you meet people even more. Again, add the two together.
You have Freshers Week. So in at number 7. We have free stuff. Even some like days at the uni, you just see people giving out like free stuff. I remember like Red Bull came and they was giving out free like Red Bull cans. I don't really like Red Bull, but it comes to like anything.
Because all the companies come in and like try to do some mad promos on us and take our money, but in return to attract us to the stand, they give us like whatever they can offer.
Yeah, so by just giving your email address pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, 100%. That's a valid top tip. Go to the university with some like fake email address or like
put it in.
some spam email address, because you'll be signing up for a lot of irrelevant stuff to get some cool perks. Exactly. But if you're kind of think you'll go out like 5 times, at least triple that to like you're probably going to be going out 15 times, because another good thing about uni, I guess number 8 is like basically you just go out all the time.
It's just sort of like ties into the whole vibes of freshers, but a lot of people just aren't mean, or everyone's really like nice. Everyone's just like nice.
We was going to use another word beginning with W, but we didn't want to get demonetized, so we said mean instead.
Yeah, no meanies.
Something childish.
I feel like you'd have to be a particular type of W in order to get in such a big argument with someone during freshers.
Also, like a few unwritten like housemate rules if you're in halls and accommodation for first year is that if you go out with somebody in your house of like let's say 10 or 13 people, when you break up, it's going to be so awkward. Having in my flat, somebody went out, you know, not naming names, they then broke up. It was a bit like, yo, you know, they were telling some people they're together, other people they're not. Just think long and hard before you decide to go out with somebody in your flat.
Did you go out like a lot of like people in your halls like towards the end of the year as well?
Towards the end of the year, I kind of went out with more like the socials.
Yeah,
to, like,
same with me.
Sports teams.
I'd always ask my flatmates like, "Oh, are you going out?" And then they usually say yes. I'll be like, "To go in the same club." I'll be like, "Okay, cool, see you in there." But
and you see them, you're like, "Hey!" Dance around, but then go and dance somewhere else.
They'll whisper something in your ear. You can't hear it for anything. You just laugh.
Yeah, it should have been brighter.
Yeah.
Like, that's
My
literally.
G.
Basically, this is probably the best thing about Freshers Week is that the grades don't count. So you can do horrendously as long as you pass and get 40% up. You're laughing, mate.
I would definitely say, like, don't be one of those guys though that sort of tell yourself, right, it doesn't count, because then you end up doing like retakes in August. I would have hated so much to go back in August to retake it. So student ID cards.
Yes.
You get a student ID card, and I'd say don't go in hungover. Not that great.
Oh, can we show this then? Let's hide the.
But I went in with serious like bedhead that day.
Look at this man. Does he look the same? Oh, you kind of look like a bit of a road man, you know, Georgie.
Yeah, but it wasn't like the look I was going for. But I found out this is my student ID card for the next
year.
4 years.
Yeah, make sure you get a good student ID card picture. That's another tip. If you get that, that's a great thing about Freshers Week, getting a student ID card. On that topic, you just have so much time for Netflix. It's actually just great. Also, right in front of me this whole time, and cheeky little freebie I got from one of the Freshers Fairs or economics sort of thing. And the 13th and final reason why being a fresher is great. And if you don't know, this video is kind of themed on 13 reasons why. Not sponsored, but please cast me 13 reasons why.
Some of you may have gone to college, some of you may have been like at sixth form, but it's very like different. The relationships you have with your lecturers is nothing like you'd have with your teachers. Like a lecturer would never bother telling you like you're 10 minutes late to lectures, like stand outside.
Yeah.
Like I've seen people like talk all the way through like a lecture and not even been said anything to, but I wouldn't recommend that because number one, it's annoying if you're actually trying to listen to the lecture. Like
I'm at the point where I just tell you like, can you stop talking, or just turn around and give me a stare.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna watch BT Sport or like rugby highlights or football highlights, just sit at the back of the lecture. Have some respect for you know, hard-working academic people like ourselves. Like
the lecturers, they don't really care about you as an individual. They're just there to do their job. Yeah, but they have to reply to your emails. If you do actually have a question, they have to reply to your emails. But
they have to.
They have to. But honestly, like a lecturer once replied to an email. I sent him like a long email, probably like 2 paragraphs long. He just replied to me, no.
It's no.
He didn't tell me why it was no.
They say no, thank you, or no, kindest regards.
Yeah, kind regards. Yeah.
Classic lecturer response.
Sounds like such a muggage, going like kind regards, just 2 letters, no.
I hope you did enjoy this. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, check out Georgie's IG, and you know, girls.
Slide into DMs.
Yeah. And he's going to be on the podcast very soon talking about the University of Bournemouth. So if you are going to Bournemouth, make sure you know, click the link in my bio, get ready for the podcast. That's going to be pretty interesting because the podcast is going to have some pretty wild stories.
Bournemouth's California of the UK, just saying. We got sandy beaches.
What are you saying, Brian?
Yeah, what are you saying, Brian, with your stones?
Actually, we'll save it for the podcast. Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys. Subscribe, download,
bye.
While you drinking, fade away. All my friends, they fade away. Don't worry, fade away. Don't worry, fade away. Nothing for the same.